I'd like to introduce Ronald Jackson from the city of Portales. He is the mayor pro tem of this city for some remarks.
Thanks, Ray. I'd like to welcome everybody to Portales on behalf of our Mayor Sharon King, which is under the weather right now. Our thoughts and prayers are with her. But we welcome Senator Udall here. We are very proud to be able to host one of his offices on the eastern side of the state, and we hope that the citizens will take advantage of that and come by and visit and get your questions answered from the senator's office through that way. So welcome to Portales. Excuse our mess, but we'll take rain any day over construction, so we'll keep the rain coming. All right, thank you. Thanks, Ray.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Thank you, Jimmy Hanna. Also, I'd like to introduce the chairman of the Roosevelt County Commission for some remarks, Mr. Bill Cappy.
Thank you, Raymond. I appreciate you moderating this for us. I want to welcome everyone here to Roosevelt County, especially Mr. Udall and his new office. We really look forward to working with them through the county, and I hope the county residents take advantage of your office being here, sir. And we appreciate you being here. And there's a lot of issues out there. We sure hope we can work well together and through it all. And our prayers will certainly be with you.
Thank you, Mr. Cappy. We appreciate that. Also, would like to call on remarks from Roosevelt County Community Development Corporation Board President, Mr. Randy Knudsen, who will also introduce the senator.
Thank you. It's my distinct pleasure to get to welcome Senator Udall here to Portales, here to our great RCC Chamber of Commerce building that was built with federal assistance, and we manage this building for Roosevelt County. Senator Udall is a tireless advocate for New Mexico. He's served as the senator since 2009. He's spent over 2 decades in public service here in New Mexico and done a wonderful job for us here in New Mexico. He's a strong advocate for New Mexico's rural communities. He supports clean energy. He's a protector of the environment. He's in favor of affordable and accessible health care. He's a strong advocate for our nation's veterans. It's really important to note that the senator serves on 5 very important and powerful committees in the United States Senate. He serves, first of all, in the Appropriations Committee, the Foreign Relations Committee, the Environment and Public Lands Committee, the Foreign Relations Committee, the Indian Affairs Committee, and Administration and Rules. Senator Udall has earned a reputation as a principal leader with the integrity to do what's right for New Mexico and for our nation. And so I'd like to welcome Senator Tom Udall. Thank you, Senator.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Randy, that's a very nice introduction, and we really appreciate it. And thank you very much for that. You said you mispronounced the name a little bit, but it's kind of you all for Udall, you know. So we're never going to worry about that. And Sophia, thank you very much for that Pledge of Allegiance. You did just a wonderful job there. Let's give her a round of applause. And Ray introduced, I'm so impressed with all the city and county and local officials here. Let's give them a big round of applause. I really appreciate all of you being here. And I want to thank the city of Portales. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce, and I know we're also here in the Community Development Corps building hosting us, and so that's pretty special. And so I want to thank all of you for helping make this happen. And as Ray said, and he had the moment of silence, and I think it was very, very appropriate, Mayor Sharon King, our hearts really go out to her, our prayers go out to her, and we wish just a very, very speedy recovery for her. She's a very special lady. She's visited me several times in Washington. She's just a great advocate for the city and the county and for eastern New Mexico. Now, I see a lot of friends here, and I'm really excited that you've come to celebrate. I know that we have a very special treat for you at the end of this. We have peanut butter cookies, and the peanut butter is from Sunland, and so we're very excited about that. I don't know quite where they are, but we'll give you a direction, but that's it. And that's a good example of Jack and my whole staff of when there's a problem in the community, of trying to work with the federal agencies to make sure that we do everything we can so that if something needs to be resolved, it moves along with the federal oversight that's there. And it's great to hear that they're back and up and running, and it's wonderful to have that. I'm very fortunate to have Jack Carpenter on my staff. For those of you that don't know him, Jack, raise your hand here. This is what I try to do with a local office, is get somebody. He's hardworking, he's dedicated. His parents, I'd like to acknowledge his parents. He was born and raised here, Tonette and Doyle, right? Yeah, and this you'll see right around them all his nieces and nephews here. I think there are about 5 of them here. I mean, it's been four. Okay. Sorry, Sandy, to give you an additional one there. 4 is enough in this day and age. The first thing I want to say about this office that's particularly important: this is your office. This is the place that you should feel you own this. Jack's going to be here kind of supervising it. I have with me our state director, who supervises my other offices, Bianca Ortiz-Wertheim. And Bianca kind of keeps a track of all the offices and the people to make sure that everything we do statewide is effective and strong and staying in touch with everybody. This is the first office I've opened in eastern New Mexico, so I'm particularly proud of that, and I think it's something that merits a good round of applause like you're giving there. And don't forget, what this office is all about is helping people. It doesn't matter whether it's a Social Security check or Medicare, a veteran who has a disability issue, all of these kinds of issues. Anything that there's an interaction between the federal government and a citizen in this particular region. And what we want to do is try to be that bridge, because many times, as I find I travel New Mexico, the only bridge many times to the federal government are the representatives and the senators. And so it's an honor to open an office here. One of the other advantages that we have is we do internships. Bianca is very aggressive, and Jack will be doing this, of having young people come in and learn about government. Sophia's not quite old enough to do an internship, but when they start getting right there around high school age, that's something that's really important. And one of the other things that we try to do is to make sure that the small businesses in the community, I mean, you all know small businesses drive our communities. 96% of the jobs are created through small businesses. And so this office tries to work with the small business community and make sure that everybody that's out there in the small business community knows the various places that they can be in touch with to help create jobs for the community. We have, as a part of that, the USDA last year, $222 million out to rural communities to try to help them develop. And we've had a lot of things happen here in this community in particular that the USDA has helped with over the years. And many times it's smaller communities that sometimes don't have that grant capacity in writing grants, and so we amended one of the appropriations bills to make sure that in frontier communities that are out there and that are small, that they get and have that ability to compete like everybody else for the federal dollars that are there to help growth of the community and to help develop the small business community. And it's just a final thing here. One of the things that is so important in rural areas that we all be interconnected. You know, the internet, all of these things that we have that we carry around now that have changed our lives in the last 10 or 15 years. If we could get every community in New Mexico hooked up by broadband, we would be so much better in terms of recruiting jobs. I know that we have two very good, hardworking entities out here, Plateau and Yucca Telcom. They have gotten significant grants, and they're working on getting everybody hooked up. But I've always believed in these areas, if families want their children to stay, and I bet this is a good example with Sophia, Jen, when she grows up, you want her to be able to stay in the community, be able to work here, to be able to raise a family, and everybody stay close. And that's the desire that I hear from families all across New Mexico. And the way we're going to be able to do that is getting broadband every place so that we can start growing jobs out in these small rural communities. So let me just finally thank all of you for being here. It's a very exciting thing for all of us. And Jack, we're expecting a lot of you. You know, we're putting heavy hands on your shoulders, but we know, because Jack's been working with me a while now, we know he's very capable, he's very dedicated, he's very hardworking, and he will be here, and we know he's going to do a great job. So with that, Ray, I'm going to turn it back to you, and you continue on your MC duties here. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Give him a big hand.
I'm not going to cut it with this.
Yeah, it won't cut for real, so you can pretend.
This is, everybody reach over and put your hands on this here. Okay, here we go.
Okay, on three. 1, 2, 3.
We'll cut it with a real scissors. Here.
Okay, on 3, and then give a big round of applause. 1, 2, 3. Give a big round of applause. Welcome, Senator. Welcome, Jack.